3 seconds, 1 minute closing, and then Mr. George will close it formally. And then, again, thank you very much for our friends. Miss Joanne, the beautiful lady at the corner entrance, please get your gift certificates from JCO, courtesy of Carlos Chan of Oishi. Thank you.
I really want to think that. But I think it's very important to remember that we are not entering a bipolar world again. We're actually entering a multipolar world order, and all the emerging powers, the BRICS powers, BRICS plus powers, there's a talk that Saudi Arabia, Iran, even I think Nigeria would be joining BRICS. They all want a multipolar world order. And it does make sense why, for example, China, Russia, and all these powers want a multipolar world order. Historically, China flourished under a multipolar world order for the longest time of its history. There's only one power in the world that doesn't want a multipolar world order, and that's the United States. You cannot hear in their foreign policy pronouncements the word multipolar at all. It's not in their national security strategy. You cannot hear U.S. State Blinken say anything about the multipolar world order because it is not a word that they're familiar of. The United States is a very, very young power. And it only flourished under a bipolar world order and a unipolar world order. The multipolar world order is not familiar to them. But for the Philippines, we actually were flourishing under a multipolar world order for the longest time in our history. And our development got stopped because, because of basically Western hegemony. So I think that's what we should remember of. That's and thinking to what Pia said. And so you have to remember our history. At what point in history the Philippines was actually flourishing? And the answer is very clear. It was when the Philippines was one of the linkages of trade in between Latin America and Asia. And that was actually the time that the global trade order was actually launched. And China and Latin America are now completing the Belt and Road.
The Belt and Road.
Belt and Road project. And this is something that we should take advantage of because historically we were the link of Asia and Latin America.
Correct.
So to summarize, we have to study our history. We have to know what actually do we want, and as what Senator Tata said, can we actually now have a real enunciation of what our foreign policy actually is and stick to it? Because we keep on changing our foreign policy every 6 years. No country in the world would ever take us seriously. The United States have a long-term foreign policy, China, etc. And we change it every 6 years. And we don't only change it incrementally. We change it as if we have a bipolar. We are people with a bipolar disorder. So that's it.
Well,